What's up, Moxie? HomeWOD day number 36. I'm going to talk about it right now. We're also starting off week 6 of all of these home workouts. I'm excited about what we've got coming up. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right. We're going to start with 2 housekeeping notes. The first of which is about the morning minutes, the mobility work that we've been programming. Okay. That is going to keep going through this week, but we're going to change the format up a little bit a few days, right? So instead of just having kind of our classical, foam rolling and stretching, we're also going to put in some yoga flows that ideally are going to be performed first thing in the morning. That's just going to give us a little bit of movement, a little bit of flexibility, and a little bit of breath work to start out our day and really prime ourselves for everything else that we have coming up. All right. In addition to that, we're changing our quarantine burpees, where we're doing 1 burpee for every day that our shelter in place has been going on. We're changing that now from burpees to sprawls, right? You might also know those as no push-up burpees. So we're just going to jump back to a plank, feet to hands, and then we'll stand up to full extension, okay? The main reason that we're doing this is we're getting to, honestly, a lot of burpees. And this is going to lower the intensity a little bit and perhaps make this a little bit of a better addition to our warm-ups, and it's not going to be quite so taxing on its own, okay? Now, besides all of that stuff, let's dive into the workouts that we have going down today, all right? So the last Support Your Local Box workout was released this past Friday. That's our workout of the day for today, all right, guys? That's 50 dumbbell deadlifts, 50 sit-ups, 50 step-ups, and then it finishes with 50 single-arm dumbbell thrusters, okay? As a note, the deadlifts are supposed to be performed with 2 dumbbells, but if you don't have that available, we can do either 50 suitcase deadlifts, so just with 1 dumbbell held to the side. The other option would be we could do 50 deadlifts with a barbell if we have that available. Maybe 115 and 75 would be a good weight for that. Okay, just some options for how we can modify that. Now, if you've already hit the Support Your Local Box workout and you don't feel like doing that again, our other alternative for today is going to be a 6-minute AMRAP, where it starts with 100 double unders and 50 goblet thrusters. And then once we finish with that initial bit of work, we're going to do max effort burpees over the dumbbell in the time that we have remaining. All right. Now, if that is the alternative that we choose, right, the important thing to realize is that the burpees are where our score is at. We don't get any credit for the first 150 reps, okay? Now, regardless of which one of these that you end up doing today, the important thing to realize is that the last 2 minutes of these workouts are going to be challenging, right? With Support Your Local Box, the first 3 movements are all pretty easy to work through, but that last movement, the single arm dumbbell thruster, is going to be pretty gross after everything that comes before it. Same sort of thing with the burpees, right? The first 2 movements, they don't count towards our total score. So once we get to those burpees, we need to be able to go, right? And in particular, we're probably going to have at least 2 minutes to do burpees. And we want to attack this work, both of these workouts, right? Whichever one it is that we do, so that we can get after those last 2 minutes, so that we can attack the single arm dumbbell thrusters instead of just surviving, so that we can attack the burpees when we get there instead of having burn ourselves out on the first 2 movements and then just trying to grit our way through however much time we have left, okay? Let's fight to the end on today's workouts. Now, the other piece that we have today, regardless of which workout you choose, you should definitely hit this, is a little bit of accessory work for some pressing and as well as just some lower body work as well, okay? It's 15, 12, 9 for reps for quality of Bulgarian split squats on each leg, clapping push-ups, and sumo good mornings, okay? First and last movements are obviously just targeting glutes, hamstrings, and just kind of generally lower body stuff, keeping us strong, keeping our muscle mass there. The other piece, though, the clapping push-up, is really designed to challenge the way that we normally do push-ups, okay? The point here being that whenever we do any sort of pressing movement, most likely we slow down as our arms kind of reach extension, okay? And that makes sense because our movement is coming to an end. But what we're doing with the clapping push-up is we're trying to increase that range of motion a little bit so that we actually accelerate through the finish, get ourselves off the ground, try to clap our hands, right? And then catch back down in that plank position. Now, if you can't do clapping push-ups from your feet, any sort of plyometric push-up where our hands leave the ground at the top is going to work perfectly well, all right? So if that means that instead of doing clapping push-ups, we're just doing push-ups where our hands leave the ground, that's fine. If we can't do that from our feet, maybe we try to elevate our hands a little bit, right? So we do it on a couch, off a table, off a wall, anything that we can, but let's try to stay on our feet today instead of going to our knees, okay? So just 15, 12, 9 reps, guys, with those 2 things. I would definitely recommend you hit that. It's gonna give us a lot of great carryover into everything else, okay? Hope this stuff helps you guys get after it today. Log those scores on Sugar WOD, and I will talk to you tomorrow.